if you are someone who is waiting for your company to invest on your skills like executive MBAs, external courses, programming certificates, that's not going to work out in times like 2020. So today you are going to learn how to learn something new, the best ways which can 10x your learning. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to list the number of skills that you like to acquire, how to rank them and prioritize them, finding your style of learning through VARK method, and finding your best resources online to actually have the learning progressive and constructive. How to schedule your time for learning, finding your learning partners, redesigning the whole social media that will work for you, and the last one is how you can teach others and learn in 2x speed. Point number 1, make a list of things. Like, what are the skills that you would like to learn in this year to become someone else in the next year? When I say someone else, let's say I'm a product manager intern. I would like to become a product manager. So I have to observe and learn what are the skills that I might have to acquire to become a product manager. It could be some hard skills like coding, technology skills, or it could be something as soft as communication, negotiation, or whatever it could be. I have to learn these skills step by step, so next year I can become that person. List down all of this. This doesn't have to be really oriented to your career. It could be also about your personal development. It could be communication. It could be something learning a new language like German, or it could be anything. But the things that you would love to learn this year to become the next level of person next year. So list down all of them. Second one, prioritize and rank your skill. I'm sure you came up with some 15-20 skills altogether, starting from AI/ML till your personal goals, also doing yoga and then getting a mastery into it. Too many things, but you have to understand one thing. You can do anything, but not everything. So you have to prioritize it, for which what I do is I put them on an Excel sheet and then prioritize them and ask myself some important questions. Is this skill going to land me in a XYZ job? Or how passionate am I to get this skill? Because it's not just about listing them down and then forgetting. So pick 1 or 2 skills as your top priority. Landing in a marketing group is probably your goal for the next year. So now have all the plans around that and then rank the other things into last. For example, I had a plan of learning German this year, but having the other priorities, it kind of took a last seat and I've eliminated from the whole list. So you should also come up with a ruthless planning method. Step number 3, find your style of learning. So each one of us are different. Each one of us like to do things in a different way. So I picked this concept called VARK, VARK, by Neil Fleming, which is basically visual, auditory, read and write, and kinesthetic. So I'm going to talk about visual, wherein you see a picture, like you watch this YouTube video and then learn something, and then you see a webinar where people teaching with some boards and pictorial representations and then learn. I think most of us are very visual learners. The next is auditory. Like some people listen to podcasts, audio tapes, and audio books and then learn things, but I am definitely not that type of person. For me, it needs some extra support from auditory. Like probably if I'm listening something and then coming up with a mental model, maybe it might work, but just listening to it and then learning a new skill doesn't really come to me. But you could be an auditory person. Then the next learning type is read and write, where you read something and then make notes out of it or making a mental model out of it. This is a magical method. Though it's simple, though it's been practiced all our life, where you read on a textbook and then write as a rough note or a class work. It was all done for that, but this method still works wonder. The last one, the most efficient one, but a little difficult, kinesthetic, where you experience something and learn something new. Wherein you wanted to become a digital marketer, you can always see visual representation of people getting 25k likes, but you might not learn how it is done. You might also listen to a lot of podcasts by digital marketers, but still learning it might not really work. You can read and write about it. Maybe you will learn the concepts, but not to 100%. In concepts like this, kinesthetic really works one day. You pick a small assignment or take up a small internship from a startup, or experience it with your own method of posting it in different timelines and see the traction. So this is the method where you experience and learn something new. This is the best method out of all the four. Method number 4, finding the resources. First, as always, we will all Google. Now, if you are doubtful about how to Google, there is one video I posted about how to Google. Just check it out. Even after Googling, there are some other ways, like finding course material, paid courses. Should I attend a webinar? Should I take up or follow some podcast? The problem with today is too much of information. Like, everybody is talking about everything. You don't know who is an expert, who is probably learning now, who is probably doing it for money. So in this case, you have to pick the best resources. For that, you have to follow someone who is authentic, whom you follow on LinkedIn, whom you follow on Medium. I think you have to pick the right people and follow them and see if they are probably suggesting some resources. You can ask the experts for resources. In general, usually people will be very happy to share some resources. It could be paid, it could be free, it could be some book, it could be an e-learning course which is available on LinkedIn or Udemy. But make sure you read the reviews, because it's a lot of investment of time. And the lousy or a boring course can actually demotivate you to pursue something more on that. Scheduling timing. I know I have done an entire video about it, about time management. You could be working on the mission critical project that it needs your attention 24/7, but still it is your responsibility to squeeze in some learning hours, probably minutes. Pick it from 30 minutes and learn on something. Otherwise, you are probably running on a treadmill. You will not learn anything or land anywhere. So schedule some time just for learning. It could be the timing that works for you in the morning or evening, before night. Anything works, but make sure you schedule your time, because if it's not in your calendar, it's probably not happening. Finding a learning partner. So when I wanted to become a product manager, I had a friend who also wanted to become a product manager. She's called Aarti, and both of us kind of discuss about the skills and we share what we've learned newly. This way, we've learned things 2x. We actually landed in a product manager job in probably 4 to 5 months. This really helps. But this person shouldn't be like, ghosting you in between. You should find a committed person, just like finding someone for a relationship. Till you achieve your goal, this person should travel with it. Redesign your social media. Follow things and publications that is talking about the skills that you are trying to acquire. Unfollow unnecessary things so it doesn't clutter your social media posts. Now, let's say I want to become a product manager. Now I have to sign up in things like Product School, The Broadcast, Women in Product. So these will give you feeds related to what you would like to become. People who are commenting on this are also people related to you. So you are setting a perfect learning atmosphere or an ecosystem that will accelerate your learning. Teaching others. Learn by teaching others. Do you remember that intelligent kid who learned everything and taught you every single thing that they've learned just before the exam, like 30 minutes or 1 hour? Did you think they were helping you out? I'm so sorry. They were just helping themselves out. But you can pick that practice. It is very helpful when you are teaching someone, and try to give a talk about it. If you think nobody is like probably calling me, I'm pretty new, you can set up your own webinar and put it on Eventbrite. At least some 10 to 15 people will join if you've given enough notice, and teach it for free. Now people will ask you questions. If you are able to answer them, you will know where you stand. If you are struggling to answer them, then maybe you have to strengthen your skill on those areas. It's very simple and efficient method. And with that said, we've come to the end of this video. Today's video was sponsored by no one. We have done it all by ourselves. In that case, you subscribe to this channel and like, so that I will know you like these skills, and I have to probably make more and more videos on this. Thank you and see you next week.